Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review here on the channel, and today we are making history, folks. Here is Austin Dillon and his 2023 Bass Pro Shops Tracker Off-Road Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 for Richard Childress Racing. Richard Childress Racing has finally put out a number 3 Austin Dillon primary scheme in the Gold Series. Guys, remember last year we only got his test car and never got another 3 car again. And this year we finally got it in the 164. Last year we only got it in the 124 and we never got anything for the 164s. So we finally got something this year. And I was really in fear and terror to know that when Kyle Busch came there, I was like, oh my god, we're only going to get Kyle Busch cars. We're never going to get the Austin Dillon cars because Kyle Busch is simply more marketable and more popular, so that could possibly be the end of Austin Dillon's diecast career. Thankfully, I've been proven wrong. Now continue to prove me wrong. Make more of these things. But this one right here is Austin Dillon's 2023 primary, and yes, it's a new scheme compared to last year and the year before that. And it's a matte finish, so very cool. You know, I love myself matte diecast, and we got another one right here. Honestly looks like a 2013 paint scheme, because this paint scheme, Bass Pro Shops, like every year, seems to be kind of wishy-washy with their cars. Sometimes there's camo on it, sometimes there isn't camo, sometimes it's just a black, red, orange, and white, sometimes there's green, sometimes there's camo, and then they take it off and on the car and off the car. So they're kind of wishy-washy with their styling. They kind of change it a lot, but nonetheless, it's still Bass Pro Shops, and they're one of the very few sponsors. I wouldn't say very few. There's starting a few more sponsors starting to do this that are sponsoring multiple manufacturers teams. So it's starting to bubble up a little bit more. I know Napa and I think Valvoline as well. But Bass Pro Shops definitely the most notable. Menards as well, where they sponsor multiple manufacturers. And this thing came all the way out of the box. Probably because it's excited to finally be freaking released. I mean, holy cow, guys. Took us forever to get another one of these Austin Dillon cars. But now that Kyle Busch is in there, it's time for them to step up their game. So here's the diecast out of the box, the number 3 Bass Pro Shops Club Chevrolet. So a pretty cool paint scheme. So the Toyota and the Chevrolet Camaro have a cool paint scheme. Except, guess what? Remember how the Camry or for Truex was glossy and metallic? This one's going to be a matte finish. As you can see, the way the light hits it is definitely not the same kind of finish as the previous 2 cars we reviewed. But this is going to be a really exciting review. And guess what? Look at all those paint chips right there on the splitter. As you guys can see. I can zoom in. Look at that. Just black. Almost looks like rubber caked up on this thing. It's not even a race version. We already got some rubber marks on it. That's wonderful, isn't it? But let's make it even more wonderful. Let's actually start the review. You got number 3 right here. You got RCR. You got Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 right there in the front with the 2 Sunoco logos. Pretty cool. Did a pretty solid job wrapping the front end right there. Not too many issues. You got Johnny Morris, Bass Pro Shop, ZL1 Club on the hood right there. Although this is definitely different than those Junior Motorsports paint schemes. Is that a gold Chevy logo or a white Chevy? That's gold. Okay, look at that. Gold Chevy logo with Austin Dillon, or A. Dillon, because Ty Dillon is in the 77, I'd like to say. Then, of course, you got Goodyear right there in white, but the wheels are with the yellow Goodyears with the dark gray rims. The white Goodyear definitely matched this paint scheme, I will say. It looks good. You have NASCAR Cup Series, the 75th anniversary logo for NASCAR. Number 3, Austin Dillon with his little Twitter. It should say, that should be X now, but Austin Dillon 3, the AD and the American flag right there. You have Bass Pro Shops, Dow, BetMG. Ooh, they got BetMGM on this thing. Nice. Then, of course, you got Get Biofuel, which is a cool paint scheme I hope to get. Dang, what does it say up there? Is that Club Car? What does it say there? Dang. Man, I really cannot read that black and gold logo. I seriously cannot. That side, it's all cut off and ripped. And on this side, it's just far too small. I can't read it. Let me see if I can read it off camera. I want to be able to read these things so bad. I cannot read that. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I'd be able to. But underneath that, you have Lucas Oil, Sherwin-Williams, and dang, what is it with me not being able to read things today? Cometic. Then, of course, you got Huck Fishing, You got Tracker Off-Road on the side right there, and Berez Tree right there on the deck lid, which is another cool paint scheme. I like that one. Hopefully they make it in the 164 clean. You got the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. You got Chevrolet Okuma number 3, Bass Pro Shops Tracker Off-Road. On the deck lid, you have True Timber Camo. Little True Timber, True Timber Camo. You got Austin Dillon, you got BassPro.com, and number 3 on the roof. Now for the paint scheme itself. Spray painted in a dark army green, which looks super cool. I like the way it looks, especially in matte. Makes it look like an army truck, like an army tank. On the top of this thing, black outline, white outline, and a day glow orange number fill-in. Then you're going to have the side with the black outline, the day glow orange outline, and the white number fill-in with the iconic retro number 3 font. Because, you know, it's the number 3 and it's kind of like Dale Earnhardt, makes me wonder if they're going to change it. Because if they don't want to compare Austin Dillon to Dale Earnhardt, which I don't think they have ever done, they could just do what RFK did and just match both number fonts, which I'm not sure how RCR fans would feel about that. But outside of that, the number 3 on the front is all white with the black outline, and on the back of it, you're going to have the same kind of number 3 right there. Starting out in the front of it, you have a day glow orange. So I can take it off camera to make sure I'm saying the right color. Yep, it sure is. On the front of this thing, it's going to be all that day glow orange. The hood is just going to be the full-on green. You could even see the decal, or not the decal, the paint itself matches, or basically the way the orange wraps around the hood. You could tell that it's pretty much the shape of the hood, where it's all green right there. You can see the shape of how the hood is around the orange, which the orange looks pretty cool out front. Wait, is the splitter actually green too? It looks like the splitter could possibly be green. My eyes messing with me today, or is that actually almost a green color? It could be a green. Actually, it does seem to be green. So, we have a colored splitter on this thing. Let me look underneath. It's black underneath, but it's green on the top. Kind of a cool detail right there. It's too bad it has all those paint chips right there. The one car we actually have a cool colored splitter for. Black roof rails and black spoiler. But nonetheless, we just talked about the front portion of this thing, so time to move on to the side. And it's a bit rounded off right here. That's why you can still see some of the green, because the orange sort of has an outline to it as well. I don't know if it's supposed to have an outline, but there's definitely an outline. So you got the day glow and then the darker orange right there. The green's going to be round, swoop through there. And then the orange is going to outline really thin underneath the roof pillars. It's going to go straight across the upper portion of the side. Then, of course, on the bottom side of it, it's gonna kind of swoosh up. It's like that. There's room to neatly frame those contingencies right there. Dow. Yeah, I wonder what happened to Dow. I mean, they seem to not be a primary anymore for Austin Dillon like it used to be. Nonetheless, that stripe is going to carry over the contingency sponsors and be sort of rounded off towards the number 3. And then, of course, looking at it, it's black right there. So not only is it framing the contingencies, but it's all black underneath the lower portion of this car as it wraps onto the quarter panel with the orange stripe, which stops right by the back bumper. Same with the matte black, because it goes back to being the dark green color again on the back. I could be wrong. Let me take this off the camera. Nope, it's actually the dark green. Same army green. And within this little area, I guess you can call it, you're going to have a sort of fading, almost kind of spotty right here. So it's sort of like a mix of gradient and then sort of, you can see like the little spots right there in the camo. That's on it, but it's also sort of fading as well. So, but this portion right here where I'm covering up with my thumb, this is where all the camo is going to wrap. So towards the front, it's already faded away, the camo. But it's definitely going to cover up most of the side, mainly middle to back. Wraps all the way up and over the hips, so you have camo hips on this car. That's beautiful, man. And then, of course, the deck lid is camo, and the roof is camo on this thing as well. And onto the back, yep, just the dark green. This side's going to be the same as the left. And yeah, guys, that is pretty much it, the paint scheme right there. It's pretty cool. I like how there's camo on it this year. I loved those old 2013, 2014, 15 Bass Pro Shop cars, Dale Jr.'s cars. Some of those had camo. Some of the older Austin Dillons had camo. So I like the use of camo on this. It looks super cool, especially when it has the greenish color. I gotta tell you, Bass Pro Shops is one of my other favorite sponsors. because, you know, I love that store. I don't go fishing or anything like that. I just love the products, or just looking around the stores, particularly the, you know, stuffed animals and fishes and stuff like that. Mainly the appeal for me over there. But yeah, we have one in Concord, and they have some of this stuff floating around, some of the merchandise. Just not a lot of diecast. Wish there was a bit more over there. You guys, a 360 view of this car. Of course, here's the front of this thing. It's all matte, so the way the light hits it is pretty unique. Here's the hood of this car. Here's the right side close-up right here. Kind of makes it look super bright with the light hitting it. Here's the right side of it. Here's the back of this thing. Here's the deck lid. Here's the roof. Here's the left side. The other side was the right side. They're both the same. That's why I almost messed it up right there. And here is the underbody of this car. 23. See, there it is. You got a model year. 2023 Camaro ZL1, used under license. Atlanta Racing, made in China. And that right there, I really hope this is not the last Austin Dillon car for a while. I hope to have many more of these reviewed. If they make them. Gotta make the cars line up. People are gonna buy them. So, there it is. Austin Dillon's 2023 Bass Pro Shops Tracker Off-Road Chevrolet Camaro and ZL1 number 3 for Richard Childress Racing. I hope this is the one of many Austin Dillon diecasts. We definitely need some more of his paint schemes, and this one was a cool one. So thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review here on the channel. And always remember to make sure that you know what you're doing when you're putting the decals on your diecasts.